look, Mr. Chairman, I fully support naming the bar after Martin. He deserves it. He really does. But I just feel like, something at the stadium really should be named after me. Oh, well, come on, mate. Not that. That's just disrespectful.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Jarun on The Impossible Dream. It is Season 11, Episode 4. Today we have a big Champions League game at home to Porto, who have won their first two games in the Champions League. Then the JAGs are in action against second tier now Lokomotiva. Away from home. It's a tough, tricky one, that one, I think. Now, what we haven't done for a little while is caught you up on how the dynamics look, so let's quickly do that before we get into a catch-up of the games that we've played. And as you can see, there's no more scrolling. We are slowly getting things back under control. Yeah, I mean, most of the players here, if they wanted to leave, they could. It wouldn't really affect us. Monsalvo wouldn't be ideal, but he's a mercenary personality. It wouldn't be the end of the world. So I'm comfortable now with how this looks. You can see, generally speaking, cohesion, atmosphere, and managerial support is pretty good. The hierarchy, we did lose a lot of the top of the pyramid when we let the likes of Matanovic, Bosniak, and a couple of players that left in the summer. When we let them go, we did lose a lot of influential players, but we're starting to get it back to sort of where we need to go. Players are sort of stepping up, which is good, and yeah, just a couple more highly influential players would be a nice thing for us. And the social groups, I mean, it's never great whenever we do this Impossible Dream, but it's certainly been worse than that, hasn't it? So that's all good. Now there are 4 games I think to catch you up on since last episode. 3 in the league, 1 in the cup. The first one in the league was against newly promoted De Brava. Now, of course, we played them in our first game at the new stadium, drew 0-0. They have proved a tough nut to crack for a few teams, though. Very solid defensively. Let's see how we did. We took a first half lead when Sina played in Zinco. And it was 2-0 when Torres crossed for Govia. So we dominated the game, and I'm going to say it was a really, really solid performance. Should we have scored more goals? Yes. But as I said, they have been a very tough nut to crack. I think their goal difference when we played them was only -3. So that sort of tells you that they are difficult to score against. And yeah, we were, you can see on the XG tracker, we were comfortable throughout, just missing a few more goals maybe to sort of show that dominance. But anyway, that was a good win for us. Next up, it was Slaven Belupo. We fell behind early, but Montel pulled us level, and then Sina gave us the lead. But Slaven pulled level again before half-time. Slaven then went in front early in the second half, but we made it 3-3 when Kovacic crossed for Vazgard, before defensive pressure gifted Montel our fourth. So this was just a really, really strange game. It wasn't one of great quality. You can probably see that from the goals that were scored. Yeah, Vazgard looked really, really good playing as the number 10. Montel and Sina, nice to see him getting his first goal as well. And yeah, it was good in a way. Just I think, well, more defensively. You look at the match stats. Defensively was where we let ourselves down, and ultimately we got away with it. So with 3 points as well, very nicely done. Next up, it was the cup game. I would love to pronounce the team's name for you, but I can't. An own goal put us ahead, and Haska made it 2-0. Before Porto crossed for Krenenjak to get his first Jarun goal. And Novak made it 4-0 at half-time. Haska picked out Medzar's run for our 5th. And Pavlas got our 6th. Before Dovasar made it 7. So, I mean, in a way, as you would expect, we were far too good for them. They went down to 10 men in the 21st minute. It was a horror challenge from behind, like knee-high on Madzar. I was just glad he didn't break a leg, to be honest. It really was that bad. Yeah, so this was the JAGs. So a few newer names that we haven't seen for a while in there. Haskar as the number 10 did really, really well. Yeah, and you can see we brought some players off the bench as well. So very, very pleasing. And next up, final game, in fact, to catch you up on was back in the league against Variston. We went in front when Kovacic picked out Cena. And it was 2-0 at halftime when Holt crossed for Vasgard. Kovacic crossed for Holt to get our third. And Holt then turned provider for Cena to make it 4-0. Before Palumbo got our fifth. So just a small deflection on the Palumbo free kick at the end there. But yeah, this was a really, really good performance from us again. We destroyed them. Absolutely destroyed them, which was good. Cena hopefully is settling in now, getting himself some goals. You can see wide play is dominated. Omarovic got himself injured here, which is a bit of a blow because already injured is Lacko and Siraj as well. So we're just getting a little thin on the ground in a few positions. But if we look at what the league table looks like after all of that, and we have gone back top. We are 3 points clear. Dynamo have a game in hand, which could take them back to within 4 points of us. But it is sort of breaking away a little bit, and we're maybe just starting to show our superiority. If we look at some of the league leaders, again, no one up there in the goals, but dominating average match ratings. Von Gruen, whatever his name is there, despite having not played in the league for a while. And Pinter back up top of the clean sheets as well. So first up, it is Porto. And we are expecting a 4-2-3-1 out of them. Now, they currently, you can see they're second in the Champions League. They've won their first 2 games. The caveat to that, I guess, is that they were against, I think it was Copenhagen and Fenerbahce. So they haven't really played a big team yet. Until now, of course. So Pinter in goal, Monsalvo, Sanchez, and Butchman as the back three. Torres and Von Groningen at the width. Then we've got Alvarez sitting in with Montel and Govia, with Cena and Mazzoleni up front. Like I say, we're just a little thin on the ground in terms of strikers and number 10s with the injuries that we've got. Hopefully, hopefully we won't need to make too many changes here. All right, so we can see the team sheets now. We do have a bit of a history with Porto of sort of selling and buying players from them. It doesn't look like any names there I recognize right now. They do have, was it Borchman, the defender that I think we sold them there? We sold him there, I should say. I believe he's still there as well. Let's go. They get a result. Let's just have fun and enjoy the match tonight, fellas. Yeah, it's a home game for us, so this is one of the ones that we really do need to win. So I consider just sort of playing with the number 10 and not an Alvarez and number 10 and sort of 2 further forward in midfield. But ultimately, I sort of think a safety first. Let's see if this will work for us, and if it doesn't, then we can make the change. And the fact that they are playing in number 10 themselves just kind of offset. I think if we offset that, just to protect ourselves a little bit, perhaps. So yeah, let's see if we get the beam in the way of the camera shot here again. It really is a poorly designed stadium, isn't it? I have to have a word. Yep, there it is. There's the bar right in front of us. No idea who's playing. So excited to have our own stadium as well. Anyway, we've got a free kick here, and Pinter, has he made a save there? Well, that was impressive. Let's tell him to focus nice and early on here. We don't want to fall behind inside 5 minutes. Cross goes into the back post. It is Pinter again, is it? Yes. He's already made 2 pretty good saves. But looks like we've survived that little onslaught. Oh, wait, no, we haven't. We've got another one. Can we stop a cross coming in here, please? We can. Montel reads it beautifully, and he's got a nice little breakaway going here. Torres is in space. We find him. Torres, can he whip across him now? Mazzoleni's in the middle. It goes beyond him to Govia, and it's Cena! His 4th of the season. He's back in the goals now. He's got himself settled in. And, well, it wasn't a great start to the game for us, but we've hit them on the break, and we've gone 1-0 up inside 10 minutes. And it was a nice counter-attack as well, wasn't it? Torres to the back post, nodded back down nicely by Govia, and Cena got there ahead of the goalkeeper, and it's 1-0. As far as the counter-attacking goal goes, that was a thing of beauty, wasn't it? So, let's see now. Can we go and go on with this? We did put on a very good performance, really, against Villarreal at home. Monsalvo, no pressure on him. Montel to Cena. Cena round the corner ball, but they just got there ahead of Govia, didn't they? And what becomes of this now? They lump it forward. Easy for Sanchez. Gets it wide for Torres. Torres down the line. Nice one for Montel. Montel, can he pick out a cross now? Mazzoleni in the middle. He's hit the crossbar. Cena's kept it in for us, though. Torres, heavy touch, and then whacks it over the top. So we have certainly settled in now, haven't we? Although they are dominating possession. So that's never ideal. Give them some more praise. They do have inside forwards. I wonder if we would be better served, although we are coming back into it in terms of possession. Inside forwards and a target man. That sounds very like Big Sam, doesn't it? just get your sort of scorers around the big man up front. Von Groningen can't quite win it back. Come on, boys, come on. Gaviat goes across. Oh, we've just been sucked out a little bit there. We have Torres. Does enough, does he? Or was it Pinta? Pinta he's keeping us in the game, really, isn't he? Ball in. It is away. Montel tries to win it back, but can't. Montel did sign that 5-year contract as well. No release fee, so that's a really, really good good deal for us. Yeah, Sergio Montel is a very, very good player. So very pleased to be keeping him. So that is half time. It is just the one. Let's where's our don't get complacent? Obviously hitting complacency, so let's go with that and see if we can see it out. I'm not completely confident, if I'm honest. Mazzoleni playing as the advanced forward, advanced striker, is not having a great game. We do have Madzar on the bench. We've only really got the 3 of them as first-team strikers right now. So, yeah, the sooner Lacko can come back, the better, really. But it was, he is still out for another 2 or 3 weeks, I think. Oh, I thought he could get to that. Butchman has been caught in possession. It's not good. It's very bad. It's 1-1. Or is it? He may have just been offside in the middle, but was he behind the ball? I think it's going to be the big question, isn't it? And he was. Butchman, oh, it's a horrid touch, and we just couldn't get back, could we? So a disastrous start to the second half. All right, so let's. Wonder if we just try lowering down the tempo a little bit. We're doing well in terms of possession now, so we've managed to sort of mostly turn that around. I wonder if we switch the 2 strikers to different roles and see if that helps us at all. Von Groningen's not having a great game, so we could make a change there. And I do wonder how vital is Alvarez to this performance. Let's get Zinco on. Let's move you up there, and let's see if we hopefully don't regret doing that, given that they have a number 10 themselves. We don't want to pay them too much respect here, do we? Let's encourage them. And they've got a goal kick, which suggests we had a shot at goal, doesn't it? Ball forward. It's not going well. Ooh. Perhaps you would say we got a little bit lucky there. Mazzoleni's his match rating has improved a little bit. They've gone to wingers now, so we probably want to be trapping inside. And 70 odd minutes gone. And we're 2-1 down. All right. Okay. Well, we don't need Mazzoleni staying on if he's not getting a job done for us. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what we do here. Let's try a berating, perhaps. We brought Madzar on. Yeah. Have I got Madzar as a deep liar, or do I need to switch that around? I think we could we can say with a little bit of certainty that maybe putting in the number 10 has not quite worked how I would have liked. But we've got to highlight potentially here. Pinter goes, there's no one there. There's no one there, mate. What are you doing that for? Zinco wins it back, though. Zinco to Cena, not quite. Little bit of composure, boys. Here we go. Zinco again to Montalvo. Montel to Kovacek. Can he get a cross in? It's floated in towards the middle. It's away. Montel, though. Montel to Torres in the middle. Govia levels us up. It's his 7th of the season. Oh, and we needed that, didn't we? Nice quick reply as well. We do not want to be losing home games. And a decent header out. But we got there first. They just couldn't really ever deal with it, could they? It was a good ball to Torres, just teasing, even though it didn't find him. It had the desired effect, so that's good. Let's demand more. The one thing I needed to change, though, was switching you two around, so we'll go and do that. And can we go and win this now? They've gone more defensive. They're hanging on now. Is it one of these? Look at the back and forth, this, especially this second half. And we've got a stoppage time highlight. Torres, can he win it back? No. Oh, Gavia's been out of position a little bit there. Pinto was scrambling, but it goes past the post. And is that going to be that? Oh, 30 seconds to go. Come on, get this clear, boys. Get this clear. Oh, it's fine. Oh, here we go. Can he keep it in, Cena? Can he keep it in? He can. Let's get him on the break. Let's get him on the break playing Gavia. Oh, how is that not? Overhit it to the goalkeeper. Don't underhit it, dude. Oh, what a chance. And it's 2-2 in the end. A really, really good game. But again, defensively, we've not really done ourselves justice there, have we? So, probably a fair result in the end. That's 4 points. We need 2 wins now to get to 10, which gets you through into the knockout rounds. That does feel a little bit like a missed opportunity, though, doesn't it? So, honours even at Jarun Stadium. We've got a little bit of cash. We've got a youngster turning professional. And guys, wait right there. We've got a game in the league against Bordeaux. They are hopeless. That should be comfortable. And then the JAGs are in action. Alright, welcome back. Here we go with the JAGs, getting ready to host Lokomotiva in the Cup. But before that, we've got Bordeaux in the league, of course. Now, I jinxed it horribly saying what a bad side they are, didn't I? Let's go see how badly it was jinxed. We went ahead early when Gavia played in Mazzoleni. And it was 2-0 when Cena slipped in Gavia. Before Von Groningen crossed for Mazzoleni to get his second. Mazzoleni picked out Vasgard for our fourth. Then Cena found Vasgard to get his second. Before the ball broke for Gavia to make it 6-0 at half-time. Von Groningen crossed for Mazzoleni to get his hat-trick. Before Bordeaux pulled one back. But it was 8-1 when Gavia completed his hat-trick. And 9-1 when Stromecki got his first Jarun goal. Before Gavia played in Cena for our 10. So yeah, I stand by it. They're a terrible, terrible side. I mean, we put out more or less the team that played Porto with 1 or 2 diff changes just to keep things a little bit fresher. And yeah, I mean, they just are just not a Premier or a top flight side. They're absolutely woeful. So 18-3, we've outscored them so far this season. But let's go and not worry about that. That's done. Let's go play a cup game. And we're expecting sort of a 5-3-2 out of Lokomotiva. So this is the JAGs that are going out. It is Kosic in goal, Taninski, Vidovic, who was out on loan last season in the second tier. So he comes in to play this one with Skolobar, Dovasa. We've seen him before, sort of the third choice right back, and Kovacek, who is arguably sort of equal first choice. He's not, he's second choice, but anyway, he's out there. Novak, Perso, Haskar as a number 10 with the Saraz injury. And then we have got Krenenchek, I think that was how I was going to say that, and Madzar, both with heavy match loads, which isn't ideal, but they're going to be the 2 strikers for this one. Alright, so we can see the team sheets. Do we recognise any names there? There's still quite a few of their team that got relegated, but I think they were just a bit of a fading team, weren't they? So let's go with just play a natural game. The result will come. We don't want to put pressure on the JAGs necessarily. But yeah, I mean, it's still a pretty strong side, this. So yeah, I would be disappointed if we couldn't win. Now you'll notice Dolling on the bench. That is our normal backup goalkeeper. We don't have the other young guy I've got out on loan, and we don't have another goalkeeper to put on the bench. So he's just there. If we were to get an injury or something or a red card, perhaps then we'd bring him on. But otherwise, he's just there. Yeah, just there because there's nobody else. Now, as I said, I have, what I said previously, I can't remember if it was this episode or last episode. That's not a great start if it's going to count. 14 seconds, 13 seconds. Come on, boys. Maybe they're just trying to keep it interesting for us. What was I going to say then? Can't remember now. Oh, that's right. I promised Scoliper that we will win the cup. So, playing like that, we won't. How? There's no VAR, I'm assuming, in the cup. I'd like a look at the offside. But anyway, it's going to happen here. We don't need to go 2-0 down inside a couple of minutes. And that's exactly what has happened. Well, what is going on here? Or let's see defensively. Now, that's got to be offside, doesn't it? I mean, here we go. We'll get a look at this one. But that's not the last contact. Does he not touch it there? I don't know about that. I think that's offside. Surely that's offside. Anyway, we've got our work cut out for us now. Kovacic to Perso. Perso back to Madzar. Kovacic. Ball back into Madzar. In the middle for Haskar. And Dejan Haskar gets himself a goal. Now, Haskar is I don't know if he's been capped yet, but he gets called up to the Bosnian international squad, like the senior squad. So he's a very, very decent player. Not naturally a number 10, but with no Siraj, he kind of has to just do that job for us. And we're going at a goal a minute at this rate. So we'll demand more. Haskar, just so you can have a quick look at him. There he is there. He's only 18, so long way for him to go in terms of development as well. But goals in the first, third, and fourth minute here. Can we get level at 2-2 inside 12 minutes? Kovacic to Perso, back to Novak. Novak, oh, it's bouncing around in there, and it's cleared away. It's picked up by Vidovic, or Vidovic. And we will go again. See what this highlight brings. Oh, I tell you what, Vidovic not filling me with confidence. Really good save, was it, by Kosic? Let's just play maybe a flat back three. They were supposed to be a Catenaccio side as well. So it's not bad for a Catenaccio side to score. Oh, I tell you what. Good tackle from a young striker in the penalty area, isn't it? Madzar flicks it on, but nothing doing there. And now Haskar over a free kick. No idea what he's like. We're going to find out together here. Haskar, oh, it's not bad. And we'll give them some encouragement. I wonder if we should be looking to attack in wide areas. Let's just get rid of all of that and see what happens. The game has very much settled down after a frantic start. And let's try to demand more again. I don't like the anxious players in midfield. We do have options in there as well. Yeah, it's just all the action got packed into the first 30 seconds, really, didn't it? Let's try encourage again. At least that gets sort of a reaction across the board, but it looks like it's going to be 2-1 at half time. And what do we say to this? We need to put shots on target, really, don't we? Shooting needs to improve. If we can tell Krenyak, or whatever his name is, don't be nervous, which he's not listening to. We do have Tomaszak, whatever his name is, the wing up that we can use as a striker on the bench. So it might be one for him to come on here, I think. course, nothing has really improved. Although it's not doing too badly now, in truth. Maybe we'll cancel that for a second. Perso. Perso gets it wide for Dovisar. We go back to Vidovic. Skolaba. Novak to Dovisar. Can Haskar make a run? Dovisar's getting forward. He does have a pretty good cross on him. Can he get it in? He does. It's in the middle towards Madzar. And Sven the Hungarian makes it 2-2. Let's encourage us again. But we've worked our way back into this one. Can we now go and win it? Decent cross. Madzar just backing away. And defenders and goalkeepers got nowhere near him, in truth. Alright. 2 shots on target, 2 goals. That tells us something, doesn't it? Just get your shots on target, boys. And we've got some defending to do, it looks like. That should be picked up. Haskar's got it. Novak, sorry. But he just gives it away. Dovisar putting some pressure on. Can we go and nick that back? Gone around the corner. Dovisar is there. Does win it back. Back to Kosic. Vidovic. Skolabar now forward for Dovisar. That's a nice ball for Perso. Perso for Madzar to Haskar. Look at the width there. Dovisar. Can he get the cross in now? Madzar's in the middle. He's already got one. It's on the ground. Oh, it's a block, is it? It's a goal kick. It looked in for all money. Alright, we will make the change now because that youngster's not particularly doing well. Still looking nervous, so we're just going to have to make that change. If the game could be so kind as to make it. Thank you. Let's encourage. Perso's not having a great game. We have Zalak on the bench. He's a promising midfielder that's come through. He was out on loan last season as well. So we will bring him on. Vidovic not having a great game. We've also got Tankovic, who is a good young defender. So he can come on as well. And there is 12 minutes plus stoppage time to go. It is 2-2. What can the JAGs do? Madzar to Haskar. Haskar's gone back to Madzar. Madzar has scored and it's 3-2. What has happened there? Was there a defensive mix-up, or we're going to find out here. So Kovacek's done very well. Madzar's picked it up. He goes across to Haskar. Ball forward to Tom. I think Tomaszek has done a cheeky little let it run, hasn't he? And Madzar, just running off the back of him, has tucked it away. Wonderful stuff. All right. Can we go and seal it now? Dovisar to Novak to Haskar. There's definitely some potential in this team, isn't there? It always happens, you know, when we sort of go to the academy plays in the cup. It gets better the longer we go. Zalak! Oh, and Zalak has got his first goal for the club. Ernan Zalak. He makes it 4-2, and that should be that for the JAGs. It's been, well, outside of the first 3 minutes, it's been relatively comfortable, really, hasn't it? They've not really done too much to threaten us since then. But Zalak with a good finish. It's only his second or third appearance for us as well. And he's got himself a goal. Yeah, their goalkeeper's not had a good game. They've changed their formation there, and a highlight has ensued. There's 5 minutes to go here. Skolabar is there. We get lumped forward. And can we do something here? Terninski, we don't really want them getting a goal. It's headed away. Good header by, who was that? Tankovic maybe in there? Can Haskar keep the pressure on, win it back for us? Well, we've done well. We've still managed to break for them, though, and it goes over. And perhaps we just get away with one there. But clock is now running down. We're into 4 minutes of stoppage time. It has been, as all JAGs games tend to be, it's been a very lot of fun. But we've got there in the end. So 4-2. We knock out Lokomotiva. There really wasn't much. After they scored their 2 goals, we essentially dominated the game. But they certainly made us work for it. So we're through to the next round, and that is obviously a very, very good thing. Haska on form. I think he got man of the match in the first game as well, so he's looking very good in that number 10 role. But guys, that will do it for today. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. We'll come back. We've got the quarterfinal there coming up, so we'll come back for... Where's Hajduk doing this year? 7th, not great. We'll come back for Copenhagen and something. I'll have to have a think about the best way to get to the winter break, which is here, isn't it? So... probably Copenhagen, Monaco, and then the quarterfinal, Madrid. And there's a Dynamo game in there as well. I'll have to have a think about it. But anyway, that's what we'll sort of do the main games anyway. Until then, guys, I've been Aussie Bill, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.